I'm Frank.
And I'm Grant, and our idea for Field and Flame stemmed from our love for the outdoors and cooking. Based in northern Minnesota, we have such incredible resources available to us. From duck to deer and salmon to walleye, we truly have it all. Field and Flame is a show about our adventures in the field and cooking what we capture over the flame. Follow along each week as we explore something new and bring taste and flavor to every meal. Season 1 of Field and Flame TV is brought to you by Canine Health Forward, because every dog deserves this.
Welcome to this episode of Field and Flame. We are here on the ice in a backwoods lake, a pretty remote area here, and our plan for today is to catch a couple crappies, hopefully some big ones, hopefully find a couple of those photo fish to catch and release, but also get a couple smaller ones to cook up. And Frank is gonna build a fire on the shoreline, and I don't know what he's gonna do or how he's going to cook them, but that's his job. Our job is to catch fish, so we're gonna drill a couple holes along in here, shallower body of water, 9, 10, 11 feet. So when we think shallow water and crappies, you're not gonna graph those fish, right? You can, drill a couple holes, put your transducer down, you're not gonna graph them. When we're fishing crappies over deep water, those are visible fish, you're gonna see those fish. But these crappies here love to be right on bottom. So you almost gotta drill a couple holes, just sit in a hole and have patience and wait for those fish to funnel through. There's some good ones around here. Stick with us, it's gonna be a fun one. What are you using?
Just a tungsten jig with a little pink plastic on it.
Okay. I got my jigging spoon here, so hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. I guess we'll see if they want the jigging spoon or your tungsten.
Yeah, we're kind of in a spot where could be walleye, could be crappie.
I've been walleyes hit tungsten before.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the little coffin spoon. We need that first fish of the day. That's gonna give us the confidence that we're in the right area and they're here. So we're just gonna wait for that first fish and see what happens. Hopefully one of these iFish Pros goes off with a nice walleye.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know what to expect though.
It's nice being like the only ones out here too, and just kind of having room to explore and
right.
Figure out the bite. So
for sure, man. We got to figure it out. That's for sure. We'll make something happen. Here comes one. This one acts serious. Got him. Beautiful.
Nice.
What's it gonna be, buddy? What's it gonna be? Oh, geez, look at this.
Holy.
That's a nice crappie there, man. That's big. That is a big backwoods crappie. Look at this fish.
That's giant.
That's a good fish, man.
Holy
look how dark
crap.
it is, hey? That's gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah, those do look
green.
really nice on this lake.
Isn't that beautiful? What a fish, man. First fish of the day. That's a good one. That's a real one, hey? 12, 13 incher. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's why it's nice using a little coffin spoon. You're gonna catch walleyes, you're gonna catch crappies, you're gonna catch perch. You don't know what you're gonna catch. That's awesome. That's a great first fish. I'm excited where this day's gonna go.
Yeah, me too after seeing that thing.
This is what exploring new lakes is all about, man. Look at that fish. Let's get her back.
There he is.
That looks good too.
Gosh.
That looks good too.
Holy, those are big head shakes for a crappie. This isn't small.
I presume it's a crappie.
Holy, he's swimming up at me.
Dude, that's a giant.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
he came up backwards.
That's a giant.
Sheesh.
Look at the size of that dude.
That's my first fish of the day.
Look at how big that crappie is. Oh my goodness.
Holy.
Dude, what did you just catch?
Well, we're on him.
That's
I'd
a
say.
stud. Look how big that fish is.
That's huge.
It's bigger than your hand. Like that's a true probably 13 and a half, 14, probably 14.
Yeah.
Giant.
Well, the consensus so far is we got two big fish.
Unreal,
so
right?
I hope they stay that size.
Not the walleyes I thought we'd be catching.
No.
But these are studs.
Great trade-off, yeah.
We need a photo of that fish. That is a beauty, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Unreal. Let's get a quick photo and get this thing back in the water. That's a big mark. Big mark. There he is. That's a heavy fish. That could be a walleye. That could be a walleye.
Holy. Yeah, your pull's been in pretty good. That's big, whatever.
This is my 36-inch walleye rod too, man. Dude, look at this crappie.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the size of that slab.
I thought my last one was big.
Dude, look at the size of this.
Make that one look small.
Like, this is bigger than the walleyes I hope we'd catch today.
Jeez.
That's a true, absolute stud on the Northland coffin spoon. I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. We've got 3 crappies so far this morning, and they're massive.
Yeah,
like,
to come to a lake like this that we don't even know, and then this happens.
Beyond belief. I want a photo with this, but I'm just gonna hold them in the water here. Dude, I can't believe what we're experiencing right now. This looks like a largemouth bass. Yeah. Like, when they start to look like a largemouth bass, you know they're big crappies. Look at how special that is. And for us just to come here and stumble upon these it doesn't happen, right?
No,
so that's why it's so cool.
Yeah, this is not an everyday thing.
Dude, I'm stoked.
This takes a lot of work to find a lake like this that produces fish like that.
All right, let's get a quick photo, get this fish back. That is special. This is incredible. Is it lunchtime yet?
Almost.
I'm cold. Some hot food sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get a fire going and see what we can do.
What's the plan for today?
So we're gonna saute up some crappie. We're gonna do this all over a fire. I'm gonna make some potato pouches with onions in it and our potato magic. We're gonna roast those on the coals while we're getting the fish ready, and we'll have a nice little whole plate of food there for everyone, and
beautiful.
Warm everyone up with the fire and the food.
That sounds good. So we're gonna go to shore, get some wood, get a fire going out here on the ice. It's cold. This wind is it's chilly, so a fire's gonna feel good. Is that a fish on me? That is a fish on me. Maybe this fish is. Let's see. Got him.
Let's eat that one.
Should we eat this one?
This is fresh.
It would not get any more fresh than this. That's
not bad.
Not a bad one, man.
No,
medium-sized one.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's nice to keep some of those too.
He heard us talking about cooking crappie, and he came right up the hole.
Well, I think he heard about the seasoning, and that's really what he wanted to try.
He heard about the potato magic.
Yeah. That gets everyone going.
But for plain selective harvest, like, that's a good fish to keep on a lake like this, right? A lake with 13, 14, 15 inches like we're catching, keeping an 8, 9 incher, like, that's the fish you want to keep for a fish fry. So we'll put him on the ice. And yeah, let's go to shore and grab some firewood, get a fire going. It's gonna feel good, and I'm excited to eat some fresh food, especially some fresh fish out on the ice.
Couldn't be more fresh than that.
No, let's do it, man. All right, Operation Get Some Wood. Here we go. Lots of options, man.
Do some forest management while we're here.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead trees. Don't even need an axe, man. There's a good one. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. A couple more. So we use the winch, tied her on there and drag her out?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you gotta pull hard. There. All right, we got our wood pile. That's easy work of that. We'll put the side-by-side in reverse and get back out to the spot. I'm glad we thought of the winch. Boom, there we go.
Now we'll just limb these up and get some kindling and
get a fire going.
Get some longer and bigger wood for the get some coals established, and then we can start on some meal prep.
Perfect.
All right, so we're getting the fire stoked up here. We're gonna get a nice bed of coals working with some of these larger pieces of wood. Once we get those coals ready, we're gonna do some potato packets up. We're gonna slice some potatoes, slice some onion, season that with Potato Magic, and then we're gonna put some cheese on it. We're gonna wrap those up in foil. We're just gonna set them on the coals. Probably take about 20 minutes for those. And then while those are cooking, we're gonna get the crappies all seasoned up, get our pan hot, get some oil in there, and then we're gonna pan fry these crappies in some of our all-purpose seasoning. And then we're just gonna, once the potato's done, we're gonna open them up, slap the crappie in there, we'll all have plates and we'll all be able to eat out on the ice. But first we wanna get a nice bed of hot coals here and we'll be ready to go. We're gonna slice these up real thin. It's kind of like a thick potato chip really. And this is gonna be what we're tossing in a little bit of oil, and we're gonna mix the onions in here. These will be the start of our potato pouches. We're out here on the ice, so being perfect doesn't need to be perfect. With these potatoes, we're gonna have some onions in here as well. As you can see, we got a good mix of potato and onions. We're gonna mix this up with a little bit of oil, and then we're gonna add our Potato Magic to it. So I'm gonna chop some of this butter up here. This is gonna go on the potatoes. We got our piece of aluminum foil here, we greased it. So this mainly, the potatoes aren't gonna stick because these have oil on them, but we're gonna put cheese on here. We don't want the cheese to stick to the foil, we want it to stick to the potato. And you can see all the seasoning on here. We're actually gonna add just a little bit more. Gonna add some cheese. And we're gonna put these butter pads on. I'm gonna wrap them up. We don't want them super tight because then it's just gonna all melt on there. We just wanna make a little pouch. And there you have it. We're gonna make 5 more of these for everybody and we'll be having potatoes.
Coming up. There he is. Another good fish. These are all great fish. Just great crappies. Fishing them out of shallow water is so exhilarating because that's another big one. They're all big ones. This is just fantastic. Fantastic fishing. Look at that fish. All these things are catching 12, 13, 14, 15 inches. Just incredible. But that's the thing about shallow water fishing like this is you don't grab these fish until they're right on you, and you just got to be ready. And we work these fish up 2 or 3 feet. You know, they're close to you. They're not very far below you. Just another fabulous, fabulous crappie. I love how dark they are. So beautiful. It's incredible. Man, what a day we're having. What a day we're having. Big crappies. We're keeping a few for a fish fry. We're gonna be pretty selective in what we catch or how many we keep though. We don't need many when they're this big. You don't need many. There he is. Beautiful light bite. Ooh, this one's fighting good. That one's fighting really good. Oh, dang. Jeepers. I love how dark these fish are. That one felt like a walleye. That is fun stuff. And again, I just cannot overemphasize the importance of, I got him right in the beak, the importance of a bait that you can catch multi-species on, right? The bait and the size. I mean, look at that. I mean, those are just gorgeous fish. Awesome. But again, so many lakes up here, and you have walleyes and crappies in early season like this, they're mixed in together, right? 9, 10, 11 feet. We put our bait down there, we don't know what we're gonna catch, and that's the beauty of it. You know, you can catch a nice walleye or a fantastic crappie like that. So much fun. So much fun, but just using the right size lure makes all the difference in the world. So we could even probably go down. You know, if these crappies stick around right now, I may keep downsizing to a tungsten, right? And then at your low light periods of time, switch everything over to more walleye style baits. We don't know. It's a brand new lake to us, so that's what's fun about exploring, trying new things. Just gorgeous crappies like that. That's awesome. Let's get back down there. Go on. There he is. That feels good. That feels good. This tungsten is just doing work right now. Ooh, that's a big fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that crappie. That is what it's all about. Exploring a new lake, a brand new area. We don't know what to expect. Look at the size of that crappie. That is absolutely huge. How big? 15, 14 and a half? Massive. I mean, it looks like a bass. Drapes over my hand. That's what it's all about. And I am so glad midday like this, I put down the walleye stick, picked up the tungsten, have 2 rods next to you. It pays dividends. Look at the size of that fish. That is an absolute trophy crappie. Probably a crappie of a whole winter, right? Like that's a rare fish, especially on backwoods lakes like these. Unbelievable. Let's get this fish back. Get your bearings. There he goes. Perfect.
So with our Field and Flame all-purpose seasoning, we have a couple key ingredients in here that make it a great all-around blend. We have garlic, we have onion, we have cracked pepper, and the thing that I like about it a lot for fish is that we add lemon peel and citric acid in here. So you get your acid that you need to balance out all your flavors, and you get that little citrus notes too that make it great for fish, but again, makes it great on everything. This stuff on vegetables, potatoes, anything, but I love it on fish. We're gonna fry these crappies up using this. Just sprinkle it on, pan fry it, give it a quick flip, finish it off, and it's just gonna be nice and crispy and delicious.
All right, so we have our crappies here that we selectively harvested, you know, 9, 10, 10 and a half inches. Again, try to let those big fish go. Those big fish are special, and we have sure seen quite a few of them here today. So we're gonna get these crappies filleted up, and then that's gonna be the extent of our job, and then we're gonna get these passed over to Frank, who's gonna cook them up. So let's fillet a couple crappies here quick and get these things in the fry pan.
We're gonna check these potatoes out here, see how they're doing. We've got the pan on, we're gonna get that hot. Just gonna pop these open. Oh yeah, look at them. Those look delicious. So we're gonna keep these warm. We're just gonna move them over here. We're gonna keep some heat on them. Yeah, so with these potatoes, you're not gonna wanna cook these fast, so we're not doing a lot of straight heat. We just need some low, slow, indirect heat, and right now they're done, so we're gonna just move them even farther away just so they stay hot. We're gonna get this pan nice and hot so we can get the fish frying. Oh. Oop. We have the crappie here that we had Grant filleted up. We're gonna put that in the bowl. Spread it out a little bit. And we're gonna season this with the all-purpose seasoning that we have. And we're out here in the middle of the lake, so this might not be a perfect seasoning job, but we're gonna do what we can out here in the wind. So something like this, we're just gonna sprinkle it on. We're just gonna mix it up, kind of like we did with the potatoes. We're gonna get everything seasoned up nice. This all-purpose is a great all-around seasoning, but I like it the most on fish. It's got garlic, onion, pepper, and then it's got some lemon peel and citric acid, so it pairs well with the fish. So there you can see it's all nice and covered. You can never have too much. I mean, you can obviously go overboard, but the good thing about our stuff here is it's all blended well, so you don't need to add anything else. This is everything you need. It's got the salt, it's got the pepper, it's got everything in it. And we're gonna check our pan, make sure it's hot, then we're gonna fry these up. A little flat top section here, so we can put our pan on. The pan is hot, so we're gonna add our oil, make sure the oil's hot, then we're gonna add our fish. You wanna make sure you got a hot pan, a hot oil, so your fish doesn't stick, and that goes with any other kind of protein. This wood fire definitely gets her cranking. So we're gonna add our fish in here, a couple at a time. We don't want to crowd the pan. You need that sizzle. You need to hear that. If it's not sizzling, it ain't hot enough, and don't add it in yet. All right, we got a good crust on these. We're gonna give these a flip. We're out here again, we're out here cooking on a fire. This isn't gonna be perfect, but we're gonna do what we can. Get a nice little crust. These are gonna flake apart a little bit when you're out here. But another couple minutes on that side and they'll be ready to go. All right, we got this ready here. We're gonna add it to our potatoes.
Buddy, this looks so good. So good.
You can tell, any kind of fish you can tell is done when it's flaking away. And like I said, we're not doing things perfect out here. We're just doing what we can with what we got, and we're making a meal out of it.
I love it.
So here's your all-purpose seasoned fish, Potato Magic seasoned potatoes and onions.
Field and Flame all-purpose seasoning on fresh crappies that were caught an hour ago, and maybe not even an hour ago. Pan fried on an open fire. That tastes like heaven.
Good.
Unbelievable. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah.
How good is that? I love
Talk about fresh, you know.
Well, they said fresh, and I love, you probably know what ingredients these are, but they get crispy and like a little bit burnt, and it just brings out so much flavor in that all-purpose seasoning.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a nice crust on this. I mean, we have this nice pan, and we have a nice fire. We got a lot of heat, so it's just good all around.
That's to die for. The potatoes, the onion, the fish. That's what it's all about, huh?
It's a good meal for on the ice.
So good, so good. It's nice and hot, and it's nice just to wrap it in tin foil and let her buck on the fire. So good.
Awesome. Well, let's get some more fried up so we can feed everyone out here.
Let's do it. And then we have a couple more fish to catch.